What happened to Miss Angel Reese? She's all in Indiana during All-Star, and her Reebok campaign come to your trap.
We have commentators laughing at this.
Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it blocked.
They realized that they were laughing and then quickly stopped themselves like, oh, I can't laugh. I'm live right now. I can't laugh. I'm live right now. Let me,
Yo, so everyone's talking about Reebok, right? They brought Shaq in, hoping Angel Reese could kickstart their basketball comeback. But real talk, it's been a tough look so far, generating a ton of conversation. You see Caitlin Clark breaking records everywhere, Sophie Cunningham just being herself and winning fans. But with Reese, the headlines have been different, and honestly, not in a good way. It feels like the sneaker world is watching this one really closely, wondering if it's a huge misstep. It's definitely a gamble that people are questioning hard.
Let's go.
Get it! Crash out incoming. 3, 2, 1. Burn! Hey, nice pass right there. Jackass! Burn! We're bumbling, we're stumbling, and we're fumbling! Burn! Y'all see what they've been doing over there at Cracker Barrel, man? It's a travesty! But it looks like they added one new item. It's French toast. Butter pecan! Burn! Angel Reese! Angel!
Listen, when Angel Reese hits the court, the numbers are just tough to look at, especially around the rim. Think about it, she's taking a ton of layups, some of the most in the WNBA, but only converting about 31% of them. That's a stat that really jumps out for a professional player, especially on what should be the easiest shots. Meanwhile, you've got Caitlin Clark out here, pulling up from anywhere, setting records, getting sold out crowds. The difference in their games right now, it's pretty stark.
Mystics just put belt to ass on Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Sonia Citron was out there cooking with hot grease. Stir the pot, stir the pot. Keep cooking, Sonia. That was a show. She put on a flat out show versus Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. Boy, did they ruin.
Remember that game against the Liberty? Man, Reese had a sequence that just everyone was talking about. 4 missed putbacks in like 12 seconds, 2 of them just totally stuffed back in her face. That clip went everywhere online, and honestly, it wasn't the kind of viral you want for a pro athlete. Caitlin Clark is getting compared to legends like Steph and LeBron, right? But with Reese, the social media clips have been about these tough misses. It's just a different kind of spotlight.
The Chicago Bravado once again got their ass kicked. Angel Reese was so bad last night, the announcers calling the game, they were laughing at her performance. Check out some highlights for yourself. Well, KC, you always do this. You select a couple of bad plays and try to convince us that Angel Reese isn't a superstar.
But here's the thing. Some people point to her overall field goal percentage, around 44%, and say, see, she's fine. But that number can be a little misleading. Most of those shots are super close to the basket, right? And usually elite players are finishing those at a much higher clip, like 70 or 80%. So what should be automatic points for her? It's just not happening consistently. Coaches always say the paint is the money area, but for Reese, it feels like those easy looks just aren't falling. And that's why this Reebok deal, it's starting to raise some serious questions.
This was an epic embarrassment, bro. Remember, this is a pro basketball player. Won a national championship. Their calling card they'd like to hang over is she beat Caitlin Clark. Remember that. Watch this.
What's wild is even the announcers, these pros who are supposed to keep it straight, they're reacting too. I remember one game, after another miss at the rim, you could just hear the commentator kind of chuckle. Not in a mean way, but more like, did that really just happen? You know, when the people whose job it is to call the game can't hold back that kind of reaction, it really tells you where things are at. It's definitely a sign that things aren't going as planned for Reebok right now.
With her dominant performances in June, she earned her All-Star selection. But these aren't just a couple of bad plays. These aren't bloopers. These aren't rare moments. This is the norm. The same thing happened last week when the Chicago Bravado got their ass kicked by the Minnesota Linkers. I don't have to convince you that Angel Reese has no impact on winning. Just look at her record, look at her resume in the WNBA.
And on social media, man, it's everywhere. You've got whole accounts dedicated to compiling her misses, right? Slow-mo replays, all kinds of edits. It's almost become its own thing in basketball content. Reebok was definitely looking for those highlight reels to move sneakers, but they're getting the complete opposite. These blooper reels, that's not the kind of buzz that sells product. That's just the honest truth of it.
Inside, and Washington has done that incredibly well so far. Reese missed the first one, still with it locked.
We go through All-Star break, we come back, 9 turnovers. We sit out with a back injury, we come back, can't make a fundamentally sound layup. Maybe they rushed you back from injury. Tyler Marsh, did you rush her back from injury? Tyler Marsh, I'm looking at.
Plus, if Reese was on a winning team, some of these individual struggles might get a pass, you know? But the Sky right now, they're just not clicking. Their record is tough, they've had a bunch of losses in a row, and playoff hopes are pretty much gone. And then Reese missed some time with a back injury, and the team still couldn't get a win. It's a tricky situation, they're struggling with her, and without her, it didn't really get better either. It just highlights the challenges the whole team is facing.
I'm no expert in math, but it looks like Angel Reese wins 1 out of every 3 games. If I remember correctly, Angel Reese has beaten a team with a winning record once this season. So you tell me how Angel Reese impacts win.
Head coach Tyler Marsh.
See, everyone knows Reebok went all in on Angel Reese, making her the face of their basketball comeback. Shaq even put his name on it. The plan was clear: build hype, drop a signature shoe, connect with a new generation. But here's the thing, for a true basketball revival, you need that on-court greatness to back it up. This is professional hoops, not just social media. And fans, they want to buy shoes from players who are dominating, not someone whose highlights are actually tough misses. That's just the reality of the game.
Bang! It's crunch time, under a minute to go, 1-point game, y'all know what to do, give it to our 2K cover. Live 5, go save the day, here it goes, the crossover for you, it'll turn into hot diggity doo-doo. Burn!
Why don't you show her highlights? You're so unfair.
Fine, here you go, rebound. Burn! Cherry picking rebounds, nobody does it better, I mean nobody. Bang! Bang.
Our fans be like, grab that rebound, honey. Yes!
Bang!
Now, the way Reebok talked about this deal, it raised some eyebrows. Their CEO even compared Reese to legends like AI and Shaq, calling her a culture changer. But real talk, Iverson didn't just change culture, he dominated the game while doing it. Shaq was just unstoppable. Right now, Angel Reese is making headlines, but it's for completely different reasons. You start to wonder if Reebok truly looked at the game, or if they just wanted the biggest personality they could find. It feels less like a solid plan and more like a rushed decision, and it's turning into a really complicated situation for them.
She had a good game, 22 points, 13 rebounds, but she shot terribly. She got bailed out so many times. Throwing up brick layups, getting phantom foul calls from the refs. She did make 10 of 11 free throws, so that is good. 6 of 16 from the floor is not good at all. 0 of 1 from 3. She was a minus 11. Listen, man, Kiki Area Fan got the better of her.
And here's the kicker.
And then Reese got injured, which is never good, but for fans, it kind of paused the ongoing conversation about her play. People were seeing a lot of those missed layup compilations, right? For Reebok, though, it put them in a tough spot. Like, how do you market a signature shoe when the player isn't even on the court? And don't forget, that injury meant she missed the big matchup with Caitlin Clark in the Fever. That was hyped as a huge rivalry game, but honestly, it would have been a direct comparison on national TV. Caitlin Clark is out here rewriting the record books, while Reese is clearly struggling with some fundamentals. Fans see that difference, and her absence only made the contrast even clearer.
I actually feel bad for Angel Reese at this point, and it has nothing to do with like how she's handled herself or anything. It's just simply Caitlin Clark is so much better than Angel Reese at basketball that it doesn't feel fair.
Yeah, I think Angel Reese is struggling with the fact that Caitlin Clark is better at her best thing than she is.
She's better at everything.
And
she had a triple-double. She's tied for the third most triple-doubles in WNBA history, and she's played 50 games.
Yeah.
Look, taking a step back, this is a huge branding challenge for Reebok. They didn't just sign an athlete, they bet their whole comeback on someone whose game right now is struggling, leading to a lot of those viral lowlights. Think about it, when you buy Jordans, you're buying into that aspiration, that desire for greatness. Same with LeBron's, you want dominance. But a performance shoe tied to someone struggling to make easy shots, that's a tough sell. Reese has this amazing bold personality, and that's cool for a lot of things. But for sneakers meant to make you play better, you just can't connect that with current on-court performance. It just doesn't line up.
Great ideas, wants to bring in talent to grow Reebok and like have people wear it again because no one does. So one of his genius decisions was this. Fucking signing her, Angel Reese. If you don't know who she is, she's the queen of like fish out of water going after a rebound that she shot herself and can get in the net ever. She reminds me of a 3-year-old shooting on those little kids' nets and throwing the ball and just completely missing the mark.
Now, what's really tough is that the Sky's setup almost magnifies Reese's struggles. There's not a lot of spacing, the offensive flow is just off, and when your main player is missing so many close shots, it really hurts the whole team's rhythm. You end up with a team that's just scoring less and putting up these blooper reels. You know? And imagine being Coach Marsh, first head coaching job, and your centerpiece is going viral for lowlights instead of highlights. It's a huge challenge. What's wild is that when Reese was out with her injury, the team still lost. Sure, but the offense actually looked a little more fluid, more like what you'd expect from a pro league. It just says a lot about the situation.
Tyler Marsh has this point forward thing on lock. Tyler Marsh has this Angel Reese point forward thing on lock. There we go, pushing the pace. Oh, yeah, Angel. It's okay. Don't be mad. All right, here we go. We got an entry pass. It looks like it's going to be to Elizabeth Williams, and
And on social media, those clips of Reese's missed putbacks and tough finishes, they're everywhere. People are remixing them, adding music, just watching them over and over. It's almost become its own category of content, you know? But this isn't exactly the kind of viral Reebok was hoping for as they gear up for her signature shoe launch. Because when you're looking for inspiration, you want actual on-court greatness, not just clips that highlight struggles. Reebok's teasers for the shoe look slick, but no marketing campaign can change what's happening on the court. It's a huge disconnect, and it makes you wonder how that launch is gonna land.
Dude on the internet who cracks me up on TikTok, he's put together a load of Angel Reese clips, and it'll say Angel Reese part 36, and it goes, Angel Reese going up for another layup, she misses, bang! And I mean, dude, it's the funniest. And my whole thing is this, dude, she just seems as uncoordinated as a baby giraffe. Yeah.
So the talk around the industry is already buzzing. You hear whispers that Reebok might pivot, maybe market her shoe as more of a lifestyle thing instead of performance gear. Or they might even push back the release, hoping her game turns around. But here's the truth, this feels like more than just a slump. It's a pattern, and you just can't build a strong brand on that. That confidence, that credibility, it's just not there right now. And the internet, man, it doesn't forget anything. Those viral clips, the blocks, the memes, they're all out there forever. Years from now, if you look up her signature shoe, people might find those lowlight reels more than the ad.
Like, she is so bad that when Caitlin Clark and her were supposed to face off against each other the other week, the ticket sales went down from $100 to like $5 because Caitlin Clark got injured. She had a quad injury, so she wasn't playing. So guess what? No one wanted to go watch. And if you don't know Caitlin Clark, she's pretty much the GOAT of the WNBA and is the reason why people are watching. No one watches you, Angel Reese. No one watches you. The only thing that I enjoy watching is all the clips on TikTok of you just countlessly just missing every shot that you take.
So ultimately, this whole Reebok Reese deal, it's becoming a huge lesson for brands. It shows you can't just confuse social media buzz with actual consistent on-court talent that sells product. Yeah, she trends, but that doesn't automatically translate to selling basketball gear. At the end of the day, this gamble by Reebok is just not working out. Fans aren't laughing along, and it's definitely a tough look for the brand. The message is clear. If you're gonna tie your name to a star, that player needs to deliver on the court. Otherwise, you're not selling basketball dreams. You're just selling a lot of tough moments. No sneaker, no matter how cool it looks, can outrun a reputation built on those misses.